Hey, y'all. Hey. Don't y'all love that beat? Yes. Yes. My producer is bringing it. He is bringing it, y'all. Good day, Patricia, Wayne. Good day, Mommy. I hope you had a good birthday. I will see you this weekend. Good day, Lindsay, and good day, Nan. Hola. Yes, hola, Nan. I love it. And you know, Wayne, I love all your Yahoos. I love it all. I love it all. So good day. Good day and welcome to Morning Sip. And you know, SIP is an acronym for Spirit in Practice. I am Rev Melissa, live on the New Thought Media Network. And so we are in our Lord's Prayer series. I was very hype this morning. So I'm just gonna settle myself in a little bit because this Lord's Prayer, y'all. It is giving it everything. It is giving everything to me. I'm telling y'all, breaking it down in these little bite size. Oh, it's so nourishing for my soul. It really is. So we started the journey right at the beginning with our Father, and we said that our Father is the indication that we're all connected, right? That we're all brothers and sisters. Yes, that we are. Our divine nature is the divine nature that God is. Yes. And that the creative energy, the creative substance of the universe is right where we are. It's right where we are, right? So that was our Father. Then yesterday we did which art in heaven. And so yesterday I wanted to give art some energy, shine some light on art, because everybody always goes to heaven, right? Everybody want to go to heaven, but you got to go through the art to get to the heaven, because it says which art in heaven. So we broke that down yesterday, right? And we know that art, when we dissect that word, the meaning behind that is not of ordinary circumstances. It's not of ordinary significance, right? And that it is in the realm of royalty, right? The domain is the kingdom. Yes? I love that. I love that. So the kingdom within which anything is possible. And that which art in heaven. We get all of that in 4 words, right? The kingdom, the realm, the domain, more than significant, and anything can happen. Anything is possible. And all of that is happening where? Right here in our heaven. And where is heaven? Right here within us. A state of consciousness, an elevated consciousness. Yes? A consciousness of oneness, a Christ consciousness. Yes? That is our heaven. So today, well, let me just ask, let me just do a quick check-in to see if anyone did their homework and answered the question that I posed yesterday, which was, what are you co-creating? What are you co-creating? How are you using your art that is within you? How are you using your heaven that is the indwelling magnificence that you are, where anything is possible, right? So continue. You can continue in the contemplation, right? Don't lose that question. Don't lose that question. So today we're going to move forward in the Lord's Prayer. And the next segment of it is, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. I saw this really, really cute clip. I think somebody sent it to me. It was a little girl and she was reciting the Lord's Prayer. And when she got to this line, hallowed be thy name, she said, Howard be thy name. And so her mother said, Howard. And she said, yes, Howard be thy name. So she done named God Howard. And I was like, go ahead, little girl, that's all good, because God's name is our name. And so she named God Howard. Very cute. So hallowed be thy name. So of course we're going to unpack this, right? So we're going to unpack hallowed, right? And so when I consulted the dictionary and other resources and sources, hallowed, I was going to say Howard means, I wonder if Howard means holy. Possibly. Okay. Let's put a pin in that. Hallowed means holy, sacred, worship, and to revere, right? Venerated, which was a juicy word for me. Venerated. I said, ooh, venerated. What's that? Let's look that up. So venerated is worship and to revere, right? And then I said, hallowed. So just like in which art in heaven, everyone jumps to heaven, and hallowed be thy name. I don't think folks pay too much attention to that next word, be. Little word, two-letter word, right? Insignificant? No, not at all. Not at all. So I said, let me dissect be a little bit. So the origins of be is grow and become, right? That's one aspect of be. In the Aramaic language, hallow means to set apart, to adore, to revere, reverence. So I was like, this is getting good to me. Hallowed be thy name. So I want to read something to you from Around the World with Emmett Fox, because he dissects the Lord's Prayer in this book. Say cool, thank you. Howard means high guard. Now, if that ain't God, high guard, is that not a state of consciousness to be in high guard? Because what are we guarding, right? What's the watchman at the gate guarding, right? Okay. Say cool? No, we're not going there. We're not. Okay, here's Emmett Fox. Because you saw I was getting ready to do a sip about Howard and high guard. Here we go. Here we go. Ernest Holmes, not Ernest, Emmett Fox. Emmett Fox and hallowed be thy name. So this is what he writes. If we trace the derivative of the word hallowed, we will discover a most extraordinary significant fact. The word hallow has the same root as holy, whole, wholesome, healed, or healed. So we see that the nature of God is complete and perfect, altogether good. Some very remarkable consequences follow from this fact. We have agreed that an effect must be similar in nature to its cause. And so, because the nature of God is hallowed, everything that is projected by that cause must be hallowed or perfect too. So what that mean? Hallowed be thy name, right? God is the cause of everything. We are the manifestation of that cause, right? We are the effect of God, right? We are the individualized expression of the cause, which is God, which is the hallowed, the holy, the sacred, that which is to be revered and highly guarded. How you like that, say cool? Highly guarded, yes? So when we say, hallowed be thy name, we're also including our name in that. We're included. We're not separate from God. We're not separate from that which is holy. We're not separate from that which is sacred. We are whole and complete and perfect in that also. Yes? Because we know our Father, right? Like begets like. Yes? Hallowed begets hallowed. Hallowed begets perfect and complete and wholesome. And if that is what God is, and we know it is, then we are that also. Hallowed be thy name. Do we treat ourselves that way? Do we treat ourselves as a hallowed, as sacred, as holy? Do we treat ourselves that way? I don't know. Sometimes I do. And guess what? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have forgotten my name. Sometimes I don't treat myself as sacred. Sometimes I don't treat myself as as reverence. Yes? But we have an opportunity to come back into the oneness, to come back into the wholeness. Yes? Because it's always there. It's always there. Hallowed be thy name. So I could grow. To be is to become, is to grow. So I am growing in this. We have the opportunity to grow in this. Yes? We said that the Lord's Prayer is about the development of the soul, the nourishment of the soul. And so we have the opportunity to come into the oneness that we are and say, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. That which is within me, hallowed be thy name. Holy that which is within me. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So this is some good news. This is some good news. So I wanted to share one other thing about this. And this comes to you from Vic Redman. I don't know who he is, but he came across in my research, and I love what he had to say about this. So he says, in Aramaic, which is what I just shared, hallowed means to set apart, and in this case, for the purpose of adoration and reverence. Our God is formless and omnipresent. Therefore, to hallow be his name is to create a space within us which is sacred and pure, and which occupies the center of our lives. What's at the center of your life? What's there? Let's explore. Let's get curious about what's at the center of our lives. Is what is at the center of our lives sacred? Is it? These are just exploratory questions, right? Because we're living in the question. To create a space within us which is sacred and pure, right? To grow in that space which is sacred and pure, right? So to do that, we have to spend some time, right? We have to go within, yes? And one of the tools, what's one of the tools that we use to do that? Our spiritual practice, right? Our practice of reading, something that's inspirational, journaling about that which is inspirational, and meditation and prayer. Yes? Oh, yes, this is how we can use this tool. This is how we can use this tool to go within to the sacredness, to connect to the holiness that we are at the center of that, at the center of who we are. Let's take a journey. We're journaling, Oh, I can't speak today. We are journeying through the Lord's Prayer. So we're picking up pieces that we need, that is useful, that we can apply. And so one of the applications that we can apply today is this: hallowed be thy name. And I take that into the sacredness, right? Into the indwelling spirit. And what do I do with it? I worship. I praise. When's the last time you had yourself a good old praise? Huh? A good old praise of thanksgiving, of gratitude. Yes. When was the last time you just sat with yourself, stood with yourself, kneeled with yourself, and connected to the sacredness that you are and called out your name as a sacred name of God? When was the last time? That's too long. That's too long. So the invitation is to do that, right? The invitation is to be with thy name, right? To be with thy name. Hallowed be thy name, right? So here's some questions that came to me this morning when I was sitting with this. How do you interact with your sacredness? Because we're whole and we're complete just as we are. How do you interact with that? What is your relationship with the sacredness that you are? Are you using your art in heaven? Are you connecting with hallowed be thy name by using your gifts and your talents? These are questions that came up for me. Do you honor and revere it? And so we know that to revere is to worship through praise and gratefulness. Do you have a gratitude practice? I'm doing a wonderful course with Lindsay. And so, Lindsay, I got my vitamin G's hung up around, right? And I see it and I say, oh, yes, vitamin G, let me be grateful. Let me be grateful about something right now, not later, right now. And we could stop and pause and give praise for that, right? Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. So are we paying attention? Are you paying attention to the sacredness or that you are, or are you ignoring it? Are you ignoring it? So the invitation today is to strengthen and grow in your relationship with the indwelling spirit within you, to honor yourself, to be grateful to yourself, right? To be grateful for the sacredness that is within you. What are you grateful for? Call it by name. Call it by name. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So there is an invitation here. There's an invitation to grow, to be with that which is holy within you, because your name is God's name. Your name is God's name. God as you, Wayne, as you, Lindsay, as you, Patricia, as you, Sekou, as you, let me see, as you, Gladys, as you, Simone, as you, Jana Lee, as you, Linda, as you, Pamela, as you, Margaretta, as each one of you. God as your name, hallowed be thy name. So today, just for a moment, if you like, give some praise and gratitude and say your name. Say your name the way that you imagine that God says your name. When God breathed life into you, imagine, stir up that feeling tone and just be grateful. Be grateful in the holiness that you are. You are whole. There's nothing missing. Yes? All right, y'all. All right. So that is Hallowed Be Thy Name. And I wanted to share. I told you that I was looking for Wayne Muller's version of the Lord's Prayer, and I can't find it. But I did remember that Eric Butterworth also had a Lord's Prayer that he reinterpreted. So I want to just share his Hallowed Be Thy Name. Eric Butterworth. This presence in me is whole and complete. It is the activity of health that heals, of intelligence that inspires, of substance that prospers, and of love that harmonizes. Ah, isn't that good? So let's be with that today. Let's be with the wholeness and the completeness that we are, the activity of health that heals, because I know some of us are going through some health challenges, right? So the health that heals, of intelligence that inspires, just let's use the power intelligently, yes? Of substance that prospers, and of love that harmonizes. So let's be in harmony with ourselves today in praise. Yes? All right, y'all. All right. All right. So tomorrow we will continue on our Lord's Prayer journey. I am Rev Melissa. I am so thrilled to take this journey with you all. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a religious science practitioner, and I am a purpose coach. And I say that Triune is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. Connected to their yes. All right, y'all. So it is time for some joy news. It's time for some joy news. Let's get into it. Joy news. What's happening this Saturday, y'all? We're meditating with the full moon. Yes, we are. Saturday, March 27th. Thank you, Nan. March 27th, this Saturday, 4 a.m., right here on the New Thought Media Network. Just come on, log. You don't have to log in. Do whatever you do to get here. Do that same thing at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we will do a visioning process, Michael Beckworth's visioning process, and I'm just so excited to share this with you all. Then the very next day, Sunday, we're doing Living Life in Joy with Gladys Williams. Yes, Gladys. I can't wait, girl. I'm so excited. Gladys is the creator of Asante Jewels, and her jewelry is magnificent. Talk about art, talk about sacred. Look at that. This is one of her rings, y'all, and it moves. These pieces move. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Come on now. If that ain't some holy stuff, I don't know what is. Look at that. Yes, yes. Movement, energy, vibration. Yes, look at that. Wonderfulness. So Gladys is going to be joining us on Sunday to share her process of these creations. Look what she's co-creating with the divine. Yes, yes, yes. So check out Gladys at asantesjewels.com. You can also follow her on Facebook and IG. Yes, Pam, the ring is cool. Pamela, girl, you can have it. It can be yours, girl. Yes, it can. Everything that I'm wearing is one of a kind and for sale. Okay? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, y'all. Yes, Gladys, I love you. Also, you'll know that I have a joy line where I have joy merchandise that supports my ministry of joy. So you can support the ministry of joy by purchasing a Sip Joy mug, t-shirts, socks. Connect with your Yes t-shirt, long sleeve and short sleeve, and live life in joy. Short sleeve and long sleeve t-shirts. It's getting warm, so we need to have our short sleeve t-shirts on. So please check me out at Etsy. I am Rev Melissa, and all the joy merchandise is there. All right. And New Thought Media Network. I just want to shout out New Thought Media Network for supporting my ministry of joy through Morning Sip and through Living Life in Joy. And if you would like to contribute to New Thought Media Network, you can do so by going to their website, ntmedia.org, and just press the donate button, and you'll be able to give there. All right, so we're in countdown. Yes, we are. We're in countdown for Hero Hoodies. And yesterday, boy, I had to sit down after yesterday's Hero Hoodie update, hearing about Morgan and hearing about Jacinta and all that wonderfulness. So come on, Sekou, how are you going to make me hold back my tears today?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Yeah, it was a powerful moment yesterday. And I'm going to piggyback on that in 1 second. But housekeeping note, someone asked if it was 4 a.m. Mountain Time. So meditation with the moon is 4 a.m. Eastern Time. So you have to do the math, but it's 4 a.m. Eastern Time. So I want to get that out the way.
Thank you.
Circling back to your sermon, right quick. Quick. Let me respond to what you said right quick. So, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name is where we at. And so this struck a chord with me. By the way, folks watching, we don't plan this out. Things just happen. Right? Things just happen. She talks about stuff and then I have reactions. So, hallowed be thy name. It's funny, a friend of mine in New York turned sekouing into an adjective. Not too long ago. She turned sekouing into an adjective. And it at the time it meant kind of just chilling, not really doing much, not really being productive. And I felt some kind of way about it, but it was funny. It was funny, but I felt some kind of way about it. And so in terms of what the sermon for today, hallowed be thy name, let me take. In terms of the sermon for today, hallowed be thy name, what's at the center of my life is I'm redefining what sekouing means. And sekouing for me now hopefully means more about service and giving.
Put them back on, Sekou, because it's an echo. Yeah.
Right. So maybe I'm not supposed to say anything today. Maybe I'm not supposed to say anything today. But I'm changing, I hope, what sekouing means. I'm changing the verb sekouing to mean more about service. Okay, so we still have an echo? We rolling?
You're good. You're
good. All right,
we're
good. Okay, so in terms of that, in terms of what happened yesterday, bringing it full circle. So we had a high time talking about my cousin Morgan. And overnight, her posse, her squad has doubled in size. There's two more people, two more children that will be wearing the sickle cell warrior hoodies. That order came in last night. So I'm really excited about that. And I was trying to think of other ways I could double down on it. And so what I decided to do was give 100% of the proceeds for that hoodie to Morgan. So I created a Cash App account for her. And so I'm sending 100% of those proceeds over. So she can do whatever she wants with them. Just that little bit of money, I'm hoping will do some good. And so I'm really excited about that. And also, I think most of you are not on TikTok, but if you are, go follow my cousin Morgan. Her TikTok is Sickle Cell Warrior 6. Sickle Cell Warrior 6. All right, I hear the echo is back, so I'm gonna stop talking. I'm going to Memphis this weekend, and I'm giving more hero hoodies out. And I'll talk more about that later when there's no echo.
All right. So Sekou, I couldn't hear the echo. I don't know if other folks could hear the echo, but it's all good. Memphis this weekend, and also Walls, Mississippi this weekend. And so please support the Hero Hoodies Ministry. That's what I'm calling it now. The Hero Hoodies Ministry. And you can go to giveherohoodies.com. And you can give there. If you want to participate in some other way, just reach out to Sekou Wrights. He's on Facebook, Instagram. You can DM him and he will get back at you. All right, y'all. So I will see you all tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern time. Everything that I do is Eastern time because I'm in New York. So Eastern time, please join me for our next piece of the Lord's Prayer. I'm so excited, y'all. Can't wait. So y'all have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings. Peace and justice. We're living life in joy. Yes, let's give that some praise. Living life in joy. Connected to our yes.